the funniest thing happened. So I was talking to this guy on Tinder. He seemed okay, but then he started getting like really weird. And he seemed like he was homeless because it was like everything was going okay. He seemed nice, like a nice Asian guy. We talked about culture and everything. Turns out he speaks no language, no Mandarin, Cantonese, and everything. And like, he seemed nice when we first started talking. Then today it started getting weird. And the later it got, because like every day he was like, I can't video chat. Because I'm thinking like, okay, is this guy like a bot scammer? And he kept asking for pictures. And I'm like, okay, we can video chat. He's like, no, I need pictures. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he's like, he works for the post office. And then today he said he has a second job at Safeway. And I'm like, okay, that's odd. Because people I know that work at the post office, they make a hell of a lot of money. Because some of the people I know that work at the post office, they're like, they make over $100,000 a year. A couple of 100,000. Well, not a couple of 100,000, but they make over like 100,000 a year. So I'm like, and he lives in a cheap area, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him. And he's like, he's at work, but he's chatting, but it's like, he was at work at least some point, and he's like, he got off at midnight. And then he kept talking about he wanted to come to my house. He wanted to meet me and hang out and stuff. And I'm like, I've never met you before. I don't know you. And I live far away. It's like, why would I let some random man I've never met come to my house at like, he would have probably got here around maybe like 1, 2 in the morning. And I'm like, why would I do that? That sounds crazy. And then he's trying to make it out to like trying to make me feel bad, like I'm a bad person, because he's asking me for pictures. He refuses the video chat. He got on camera once so I could see him. And that was quick because he was like, he's busy all the time and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is odd. It seems like you're a catfish. And then the funny thing is, he was like, oh, I was like, let's video chat when you get off work. And we can talk and see each other. Because he kept going like, oh, I don't think this is going to work. You need to go find somebody else. And I'm like, why? Because I won't let you come to my house. And I'm like, if you're trying to come to my house at like 1, 2, and around like 1 to 2 in the morning, we've never met. You're far away from home. And I'm like, are you trying to spend the night at my house or something? I don't know. And I'm like, are you a homosexual? Because I don't know you. I've never met you. We've barely even had a phone conversation because you won't talk on the phone. You won't get on video. You barely have any pictures on your profile, but you keep asking for pictures of me, even though I had more pictures of me than you had of you, and mine were clear and visible. And you're just coming off crazy, like either you're a serial killer or you're homeless and you're trying to like hide your identity so people won't like post and say who you are and where you're from and stuff. And it's weird. But this man seriously got upset with me because he said he got off work at 12 and he wanted to come to my house, and I live like probably an hour and a half to 2 hours away from where he lives, possibly, especially since he doesn't know where I live and he's never been to where I live. And I'm just like, this sounds crazy as hell. Who the hell would let some man they've never met, they don't know, who keeps asking for pictures, come to your house? And then if he even tried to come to my house, my neighbors would call the police, because they'd be like, who is this random ass person showing up in the middle of the night? And then he blocked me on Tinder. He blocked me on Snapchat. And he said he'd be right back to video chat with me. And then he probably blocked me there too, which I thought was hilarious. Because it seemed like he needed a place to stay tonight because he's homeless. And I wasn't doing what he wanted, so he got upset. And then it was funny because he was like, oh, we could go on a date. I'm like, oh, sure, we can go to a movie and cuddle or something. And then he kept trying to say, oh, we can go to your house. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even going to ask him to pay for my movie ticket because my movie ticket, no matter what movie I go to, my ticket is already paid for. And plus, I learned not to go to movies with guys anymore. It's not safe. Yeah, guys are either trying to like make out with you and do something with you, or they're trying to hit you in the dark where nobody can see, and it's like they're holding your hair and shit. And it's like, yeah, I don't go to the movies with guys anymore. It's not safe. But if you like, watch and subscribe. But that was one of the craziest things I've heard in a long time. He kept trying to come to my house. And I'm like, are you homeless? It's like, I don't understand. Why are you trying to come to my house? And at night, and he's like, well, other people let me come to their house at night. And I'm just like, okay, I'm probably not going to even be awake. I might fall asleep. That upset him so much he blocked me. Even though he kept telling me he wanted to go out with me and he liked me. It's hilarious. But if you like, watch and subscribe. Bye.